Good morning. We're outside. It's cold. Come on out. Get your props. You come out? Well, come on. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Joan. Yes, we're outside again, you guys. It's a little cold, but we need some props today. So, if you have blocks, a blanket, maybe even a strap. Hey, Jamie's there too. Hi, Jamie. Aw, so glad you're there. Hey, Carolyn. How's it going, Edie? Good to see you guys this morning. Hi, Maggie. Yeah, it's gorgeous out. Little chilly, but that's okay. We'll warm up pretty quickly. Yeah, so lots of props, like I said. We want a blanket, some blocks, if you have blocks, and even a strap if you have it. So let me see if I'm all the way in there. I think so. All right, you guys ready? Ready to get going? Good morning, Tim. Any special requests, you can throw them in there. I was thinking we're gonna do understanding. So our feet and sort of a leg awareness, quadricep focused practice today. And that's why we need all of the props, because it's not always comfortable for everybody's ankles as we're warming this stuff up. So let's do this. Here we go. So if you'd like to start this morning on your shins, and you can have a blanket folded if you want, or rolled for your ankles if your ankles are tight. We'll use this blanket a little bit later, so if you want to make a blanket roll like that, and you're going to sit on it with your ankles there, hands here. Oh, you probably can't see. There you go. Hands just down on your lap and sit up nice and tall. And we'll just close our eyes. Kona, come here. Kona's like having a roll on the deck party. Hey, sweetheart. Okay, so sit up nice and tall. This is Kona, my Labrador. Sit up nice and tall. Just let your feet be over that blanket. Close your eyes. And just listen for a couple moments this morning as we listen to our breath, to all the birds, just allowing yourself to settle. And then from there, let's go and bring our hands to our hearts. My assistants. Hands to your hearts. And we'll open our practice this morning by chanting Om together. Please take a deep breath in. Om. So let's start out this morning, and if you guys have practiced with me before, we've done a lot of these, so go ahead and curl your toes under, and we'll just set back for a second on our heels. Now all we're gonna do is sort of squeeze the inner thighs together and lift your bum up off your heel, your bum up off your heels by like a centimeter, like barely lift it up, and squeeze those quads together. Tuck your tail towards your knees. And then go ahead and we'll settle in. So as you drop down, we'll sit back down onto our heels. If that doesn't work for you, of course, you can put your block under your bum. But let's also put a block between our thighs. Push your toes down now and squeeze that block. And same thing, we're just gonna draw the inner thighs towards each other, barely lifting your bum up off your heels. Barely lifting, but squeezing and firing up those quads. You'll feel it in no time at all. Nice full deep breath. And then go ahead and set your body down. So set into your heels. Keep squeezing that block between your legs, and let's go again. Lift your bum up, tuck the tail, squeeze the block. Nice full deep breath there. And squeeze. Booty just barely hovers. If you come up higher, it gets easier. So the lower you stay, the more we're gonna get to work in those, warming up our quads. And they're getting good and warm, and then settling back down. This is a nice way to stretch the quads out, believe it or not. Let's take our blocks out now. And just go ahead and curl your toes under, coming onto all fours. Toes curl under, and we'll go ahead and slide back into down dog. And as you get into down dog this morning, again, let your knees bend. Feel your breath. Making sure we still have a nice, good connection. Good morning, Claudia. Hi, Shirley. Hi, Maria. Good, stay with it. Yeah, somebody noticed I have socks on. It's like 30 degrees out here. Looks warm. Good. Lift your sits bones way up, you guys. Perfect. And then walk your hands back to your feet. Just nice and slow. Let your hands come all the way back to your feet. Inhale. Bring your hands up onto your knees. Actually, let's put them to our shins. Push into your shins. Let the side bodies get really nice and long. And then exhale, let's go ahead and bow down. Perfect. Bend the knees a lot. Inhale, rise to stand. Lift your arms up. Hands up. And then go ahead and bring your hands to your heart. Good. Feel your breath there. Feel both feet really firmly planted on the ground. In fact, pay a lot of attention to your big toe. Spread the rest of your toes. Lift your arches up. Draw the inner thighs up. If you have a block, you can even squeeze your block here between your legs. And then just bring your arms out in front, and let's come up onto our toes. Woo! So I give up way too fast. Come up onto your toes. Stay up on your toes if you can. Nice and slow. As we keep those heels lifting, hands up. Good. Go ahead and lift your hands all the way up. And then lower the heels down. If you have your block, keep squeezing your block. Go ahead and drop your bum down now. We'll drop down into chair pose. Tuck your tail. Good, nice deep breath. Squeezing the block, deep breath in. Come all the way to stand. Interlace your fingers. We'll have whichever thumb is on top, it doesn't matter, just pay attention. And then go ahead and stretch to the right. Deep full breath, squeezing the block. Big toes pushing down. Close your eyes, feel your breath. Good. See if you can go a tiny bit further. If the breath gets difficult, you've gone too far. And back to center. Change the lace of the hands. So change the lace of the hands. Reach the arms up and stretch to the opposite side. Stretching to the left. And again, see if you can go a little deeper. If you can't breathe, you've gone too far. Keep both big toes pushing evenly on the earth.
and back to center. Perfect. Inhale, lift all the way up. You're at the back of the mat. Now go ahead and drop your block. Place your hands down on the ground, and we'll just slowly walk ourselves out to down dog. And then once you get to down dog, push your big toes, the front of your foot down, bend the knees, lift the sits bones up, and we'll get in a little deeper into the backs of the legs for a moment. Nice deep breath. Hi, Ivy. This is Ivy. Hey, move it. Oh dear. All right, you guys hang out there. You're gonna go through to plank. Thank you. Lower down chaturanga all the way to the earth. Cool. Move it. Come up into, oh my gosh, sorry you guys. Up, cobra or up dog, your choice. Dog's going in the house. Fabulous. And then from there, go ahead and make your way back to child's pose. So slide on back. And then from there, we'll come back to Vajrasana. Now, this time, we're gonna keep our feet just pointed out in front or behind us. And if you have your block, see if you can lift your knees up and place your knees on the block. Now this will be a little bit intense on the front of the ankles. It can be intense if that's too intense, you could just keep your feet down and maybe have a blanket under your knees, but really push again into those big toes. I promise you we're gonna wake up this front part of our leg this morning. Good. And then from there, settling back down. Good. We'll do the same thing. Block between your knees again. Squeeze your block. And as you squeeze that block, just hover your bum. Lift the bum up about a ½ inch off of your heels. Push your big toes down into the earth. Squeeze the block, lift your bum. Squeeze the block, lift your bum. You should feel your quads waking up. Good morning, quads. Good. And then exhale, settle in. Back into Vajrasana. Booty sits down on the heels. Just focus for a moment. Again, we'll draw the energy in on the block. Inner thighs squeeze. Tuck the tail down towards the mat so that we lengthen out the lower belly and lift the bums up. So we fire up those quads again. Nice full deep breath. And then again, settling down and back in. Perfect. From there, go ahead and move your blocks. We'll come back to all fours. Curl your toes under this time. Socks are coming off. The sun came out, so that's helpful. Slide back into down dog. And then go ahead and pedal out the heels. Pedal out the heels. So drop your right heel down. Really bend your left leg. Feel your left big toe pad. And then switch. Bend your right leg. Feel the right big toe pad. Bend both legs, lift the heels up, sits bones high. And from there, we'll drop back down onto our knees. Slide back for a moment into child's pose. Nice full deep breath. Back to all fours. Walk your hands back again into forward bend. Inhale, come halfway up, so hands on shins. Feel your big toes on the ground. Really focus on your feet, you guys. Helping us to feel grounded and safe. Exhale, bow down. Bending the knees. Inhale, rise to stand. Lift your hands back up. Arms reach up. Interlace your fingers again. Stretch to the right. Nice deep breath. And back. Stretch to the left. Good, keep going, you got it. I had to adjust my wardrobe. Stretch to the left and back. Perfect. Bring your hands down. Push into your left foot. And let's bring the right knee up. So interlace your hands, and we're going to work for a moment on just grounding and balancing down. So feeling the left foot, really reach the left foot into the earth. Big toe, really feeling that big toe. The arch of the left foot lifting. And then the right hip, as we hold on to that right knee, let the right hip drop down. So push the right hip down, lengthen through the left side, spine nice and long, tuck your tail a tiny bit. So we feel that strength in the left leg. That's awesome. Put both feet back down on the ground, feel both. Let's inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bowing down, stretching out the backs of the legs, bend the knees. Inhale, rise to stand again. Beautiful, we got that. Reach up. Go ahead and balance on the right leg now. Interlace your fingers around the left knee. Push the right big toe into the earth. Good. Really strengthen, strong that right leg. Good. Feel your breath. I'm wobbling. I'm on my deck, so it's not completely flat. Good. And then again, as we push into that right foot, can we drop the left hip down? Good. You'll feel your bum starting to warm up. Fabulous. We'll stay here a tiny bit longer. Good. Both feet are going to touch the ground. This time, bend your knees. Inhale. Lift your hands. Utkatasana. Feel the big toes on the ground. Come up onto your your toes. So chair pose with a little challenge. Way up onto the toes. Feel that energy of the inner thigh. Squeeze those legs towards each other. And then heels down, hands down, head down. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, draw the belly to the spine. Inhale, spine long. And exhale, we'll bow back down. Walk your hands back out. Pause in down dog. Roll through to plank. From plank, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. So toes are down, shoulders up and back. Feel your heart lift. And back to the earth. Push all the way back to child's pose. Exhale, feel your breath. Arrive. Good, then inhale, come back up onto the shins. Toes are straight behind you. Now, if this is like, no way, this isn't happening for my knees, you have a couple options. Blanket can go behind here. Block can go behind there, whatever you need to do. So toes are gonna stay down. We sit back, squeeze the inner thighs. You don't need to have your block there. We can keep that action happening. And then just lift the butt up off the heels by a finger's width. No more. Squeeze, lift. Feel your breath. Good. One more big squeeze. Feel it nice and warm. We're warming everything up. Exhale, soften down. Perfect. Let me see. Coming to make sure I'm still on. Yeah, you guys are doing great. All right, keep squeezing. Keep squeezing. Lift your booties up a little bit more. And then lower back down. Perfect. Now come up onto your shins. Curl your toes under. Squeeze the inner thighs. And we'll just lean back. And try to get as flat as you can. Come back up. Back to all fours, curl your toes. We'll make our way back to down dog. Nice deep breath. Good. Walk your hands to your feet. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down all the way down. Let your head drop towards your chin. Bend your knees. Inhale, rise to stand, interlace your hands. Put the other thumb on top this time and stretch to the right. Good, deep breath. You got a big stretch to the right. Get into that side body, all the way down into the toes. You can have your right hand down by your hip if you want. Good, reach. You can look down. Back to center. Interlace your fingers again. Opposite thumb on top. Stretch to the left. Oh, it's so gorgeous out, you guys. The sun is out. It's getting warm. It's probably up to 42. Feel your breath. Push into both of your feet. Good. Back to center. Raise up. And then let's go ahead and bring our hands down to our hearts. And I themed this class understanding. And so I want you to really feel your feet. Feel your feet. I always say that our feet are our understanding. They're how we walk through the world, how we walk through life. So eyes closed, feel your feet. Really ground. Squeeze the inner thighs. Be strong. Perfect. Transfer your weight onto your left foot. Bring your right knee up. Flex your toes on that right foot, holding onto the right knee. As you push down with the left leg and drop the right hip down. So all of that's happening. We have this squeezing of the inner thighs towards each other, just like we were doing on all the other poses. And then just be here and breathe. And what is it that we understand? What do we want to understand? Feel your breath. Good. All right. From there, just hold on with your left hand. You're going to take your right hand to your ankle and let your right knee just drop down by the left knee. Left hand can come out in front. It can also lift straight up. Get taller. Top of the head lifts up. Tail tucks. Push your right foot towards your bum. The more you can tuck the tail towards the left knee, really towards the center, the more we'll get that quad to open. And that's really what we want to do this morning. And then go ahead, bring your right leg back up. Hold it for a second, stand up nice and tall. And then set your right foot down. Good, and you'll notice that as we do that balancing, your bum's gonna start to feel it, and that's all right. It's actually great. Feel your right leg on the ground. Ground down with your right toes. We're gonna lift our left knee up. Now my dog wants out. Pain in the butt. Lift your left knee up. Come on, Coach. Good. Interlace those hands. Knees lifted, foot's flexed. Push into your right big toe. Breathe. There you go. Hold on with your right knee. Hold on to your knee with your left knee, sorry. And then grab your ankle. Back into our quad stretch. I'm super wobbly today. So if you're having that same case, you could have your hand on a chair. I just had to pretend to put my hand on a chair and all of a sudden I got my balance. So tuck your tail. Feel your feet on the ground. Your big toe. Super important. Flex the toes on the left foot even. Feel your breath. It's perfect. You guys got this. All right, set your left foot down. Inhale, raise up. We're at the back of our mat. We're gonna exhale, touch the earth. Walk your hands forward. Into plank. Good, lower down, chaturanga. Rising up into cobra.
Draw the shoulder heads back. Let your heart come forward, neck nice and long. Keep the toes down, inner thighs lifting. Back to the earth, perfect. Push all the way back to all fours. And then let's step our right foot forward. Lift the left knee up off the ground. So if we stay with the focus of our quads and inner thighs, push your right big toe down a lot. And then pull your left quad back towards your left heel. Push your right quads, muscles on the front of the legs above the knees. Push your right quad towards the right knee. Go ahead and lift your hands up. Put your hands on the front knee and just make those actions happen. Nothing's really going on, but make them happen. Good. Drop your hands back to the earth. Keep your left hand down now. And lift the right hand to the sky. I get this beautiful view of the mountains twisting. And then exhale. Right hand's going to come back. Now, from here, we're going to straighten both legs. So for most of the time, having your blocks, letting the back heel slowly lower down, pulling that right quad up and back. Pull it up and back until you can get this nice long torso, nice long spine. Good, nice full deep breath. Bow forward, nose to shin. Perfect. And then we'll go ahead and just transfer our weight onto that right foot. Lift the back leg, left leg, so that it just comes parallel to the earth. Good. And then straighten that right leg. Nice. Good. Bend the right leg. We'll step back again into our lunge. Plant your hands. Walk all the way back to plank. Lower down chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog, your choice. I'm in high cobra. Back to the earth and down dog. Good. We'll take our second side here. Step the left foot forward. I'm going to grab my second block. If you're using your blocks for your lunge, we want the quad on that back leg pushing towards the heel. The quad on the front leg pushing forward. Now, neither of them are going anywhere, but that activates everything. Yeah, and your hands can be on your front knee there, you guys. Really allow that to warm up. You can still feel that inner thigh squeezing towards each other. We're going to put our right hand down on the ground and let the left hand rise up this time. Twisting our lunge. Full deep breath. Fabulous. Touch the earth or your blocks. Straighten both legs. We pull that left leg up. So as we push the big toe, left big toe down, the left thigh pulls back. We get this nice long line in the torso. Big, huge stretch into the hamstrings. Fabulous. And then bow down. Forward bend. All the way down towards your shin. Good. From there, you're going to plant your hands again. Step back to plank. Lower down chaturanga. Cobra. And then back to child's pose. Hi. Nice deep breath. Settle down and in. Good, coming back up onto your shins. All right, so we've done this enough times. We really want to have our toes planted. If you can't sit like this, have all your props ready. Here we go. Imagining you have a block between your knees or place a block between your knees. We have one here. Squeeze the knees towards each other. Tuck the tail. Lift your butt up off your heels. Just a couple inches.
a couple centimeters, tiny bit, a finger's width. Squeeze. Wake up those quads. Each time it gets easier. Exhale, soften down. Good. Take your hands behind you this time. We're going to lift our hearts up so booties can sit down here for a second. Then we'll lift our hips up. This is diamond pose. Toes down, hips up. Keep squeezing those quads. And then back to the earth. Perfect. Down dog. From down dog, walk our hands back. All the way back to our toes. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward bend. Bend your knees. Inhale, rise to stand. Lift up, rise up, reach up, and then bring your hands to your heart. Let's pause for a moment, mountain pose. Just check in. Feel your breath, feel your feet on the ground. And listen. Listen to what's present. And when we hear a sound, you hear the birds or you hear something rattling in the kitchen, let that be background. And so our presence, our awareness is on our feet, on our stability, on the earth, grounding, connecting. You got it. Feel that. Inhale, let's lift both arms up. Interlace your fingers again, reach up, squeeze your biceps to your ears. So much that you have a hard time hearing me. Cross and stretch to the right. Good. Push into both of your big toes. Lift your arches up. Maybe bend the knees a tiny bit if that helps. Feel your breath. We're really waking up this side body. And the side body connects to the top of the quad, which is our work today. Come back to center. And second side. Good. Nice deep breath. Keep reaching across. Reach, push into your feet, lift your arches, big toes push down, inner thighs lift up. Good, and back to center. Fabulous. Ground down on that left foot. We're gonna reach down, grab our right knee, take our hands around the knee. Flex your toes, tuck your tail. Good. Again, we're gonna hold on to that left knee, grab your right ankle, pull your ankle as close to your bum as you can. Your left hand can go straight out in front. You can also go to the sky. Let the top of your head lift up. Nice full deep breath. And then all we're going to do this time is push your foot now into your hand. So your foot's going to start to go slightly away from your bum. Squeeze that midline. Tuck your tail. Fabulous. Put your right foot down. Pause. Feel your breath. We'll try the second side. This has been my wobbly side. Right foot down, ground it. Bring your left leg up. Interlace your fingers, flex your toes. Reach strongly through that right leg. Take your hand down, grab onto your ankle. Let the knee go down towards the earth. Right hand's gonna go out in front or up in the air. Keep everything active. Let the foot just start to pull the hand. So, yes, we're headed to dancer's pose. I think you guys probably figuring that out. But we're waking everything up first. We're putting all the little pieces together. Flex your toes, push your foot into your hand. And then both feet down again. Good, we're on the back of our mats. We're gonna come into a forward bend. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale. Keep your back long, bend your knees, drop your bum. Squeeze those inner thighs. Lift your hands, chair pose. Good. Now, if you take your hand down, put your hand in between your knees. That's the distance you want your knees. Take your hands to your heart and twist. Left elbow, right knee. See if you can lift your, turn. See if you can lift your heart above your hands. Good. Back to center, hands up. Come all the way to stand. Bend your knees again. Chair pose. Check the distance of your knees with your fist. Hands to your heart, and we'll twist to the second side. Can you lift your heart above your hands? Perfect. Come back to center. Hands up, lift up. Exhale back to the earth. Perfect. Walk your hands forward, down dog. And breathe. And really play with the energy in your legs. Feel yourself grounded. Step your right foot between your hands. Let's drop down onto that left knee. And for the first one, we'll slide forward. Deep hip stretch. Get in there. Get into the depth there. You can take your left hand behind onto your left leg if you want for a moment and just let the heart lift up. But keep pulling that right hip back. Good, and then from there, take our hands forward again and slide back. Ardha Hanuman this time, so straighten that front leg. Deep full breath. All right, we'll come back to our lunge. We're gonna bend the back knee, grab onto that back foot with your hand. So you're gonna grab onto that back foot with your hand, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna push your foot into your hand. Good. Firing up your quad, right? Deep breath. We love you, quads. Oh, it feels so good. Come on. Relax your foot. Come back to lunge. Straighten both legs. Hands can be down on that ground or down on your block. Spine nice and long. Pull that leg back. Pull the right leg back. Both big toes are pushing down into the ground really beautifully. Fabulous. Plant your hands. Step back, down dog. I'll flip the hand. Fabulous. Left foot's gonna come forward. Drop down on your right knee this time. Slide forward. Deep hip stretch. When we come forward, you guys, I like to even imagine that I'm pulling my right leg back. You can take your right leg back about an inch, or just imagine that you're pulling it back. At the same time, this left hip stays grounded. You can take that right hand down the back leg again if that feels good. Coming forward, straightening your front leg as you pull your hips back. Ardha Hanuman, half splits, right? Pull the hips back. Keep that left leg straight, pulling on that left heel. Deep full breath. Back into our lunge. Now, reach back. Grab your right foot with your left hand. Push your foot into your hand. Push your foot. So it wakes up the quads again. It's lovely, right? Feel your breath. Of course, if you can't grab your foot, have a strap. I'm so sorry, I should have mentioned that before. But you guys probably know that already. Good. Release your leg. Drop your heel, straighten both legs. Pull that left hip back. Drop that right heel down. Nice deep stretch there. Feel your breath. Fabulous. Drop your hands onto the earth. Step back to down dog. From down dog, roll to plank. From plank, lower down, chaturanga. This time, place your hands back by your hips. Keep your toes down. And we're going to lift our hearts up. Spread your clavicles.
Nice deep breath. Inner thighs lift to the sky. And back to the earth. Rise up, cobra, or up dog, whatever feels good. All the way back to the earth. Back down, child's pose. Tuck your tail, draw your belly in, hands extend, really reach to those fingertips. Let your head relax and breathe. Good, from there, come back up onto those shins. We know this one. Hover your booty off your heels. Squeeze those thighs. Now we start to feel our strength. We start to feel our connection to the earth, and the stability in our legs and our understanding gets stronger, right? More balanced. Good. Drop your bum back down, soften. Hands go behind your back. Diamond pose. Toes are down, hips lift. Oh, you can drop your head back if that feels good. I'm going to keep mine up. Chin tucked. Fabulous. Drop your bum back down. Back to all fours. Curl your toes. Walk your hands back to your feet again. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, bow all the way down. Forward bend, relax your head. Draw your belly into your spine. And breathe. We tone the muscles of the legs. Big toes push down, inner arches lift up. When you lift your arches up, that should lift all the way into the pelvic floor. And then drawing the belly in, you guys, we're moving that energy that we hold in our belly. It's a lot. Perfect. All right. Inhale, halfway, come up. Exhale, let's bow back down, sit into chair, rise all the way to stand. And reach up. Interlace your hands. Switch the interlace, stretch to the right. Big stretch. Back to center. And to the left. And back to center. Take your hands down. We're going to grab on to the right knee. Feel that left foot firmly planted on the ground. Flex those feet. Flex the toes on the right foot also. We pull the right hip down. Left inner thigh is strong. Good. Grab onto your ankle. This time the left hand's going to go out. We're going to push that right foot into the right hand and make your way to dancer's pose, baby dancer. Good. Deep breath. Kick. Keep the inner thigh drawing in, the right hip down. Fabulous. Whoa, slowly bring the knee back. Left hand up. Good, bring the knee all the way back up. Wobble around just like I am. Sorry. And then both feet down. And feel your breath. Feel the earth. Feel the energy of dance. Even if you're not a dancer. We're all dancers. JP has taught us that. Good. All right. Both legs grounded down on the earth really nicely. Right leg down. Bring your left knee up. Flex the toes on that left foot. Right leg is strong. Feel your breath. Really allow yourself to stand. Good. Grab onto your ankle. Let the knee drop down. Keep that left foot flexed. That'll help. Right arm reaches out. And you just keep kicking that left foot, into the left hand. Reaching forward. Dancer's pose. You got it. Yeah. Come back to stand. Bring your knee all the way through and up. And both feet down on the ground. Hands back to your heart for a moment. Feel your feet on the ground and breathe. What are you willing to stand for? What do you stand for? I stand for freedom. I stand for grace. I stand for nature and for children. I stand for love. So just join me and, let the words flow. What do I stand for? And let that mean whatever it means to you. Yeah, perfect. And then let's stand for silence and stillness and connection. And just feel the grounded rooting down of your feet. The magic of our practice, it really is so amazing. All right, from there, go and open your eyes. Slowly lower back to the earth. Let your head and shoulders dangle. We'll enjoy a little forward bend there. And then from there, let's take our feet a tiny bit wider and just allow yourself to squat down. Squat into your comfortable squat. And I know not everybody is comfortable squatting, so if you're like that tortures me, you can go ahead and make your way onto your bum. We're headed down there. We're headed to the earth. Yeah, but I'm gonna squat for a second because we got these wonderful stretched out ankles. This should really feel good right now. All right, perfect. From there, back onto your shins. Now we can't do all of this without doing camel, you know that. So our camel pose can take a couple forms. Toes both can be down, ankles stretched out, or you can have your toes curled under. Toes curled under is actually a little bit easier. Brings your feet closer into reach. Good, push your bum down a tiny bit, tuck your tail, quads fire, just like we've been doing. Inner thighs squeeze, toe in the booty. Let your hands reach back for those ankles. And if your ankles are too far back, then just put your hands on your hips. Chin tucked to the chest, unless you want to drop your head back. If you do, keep the chin tucked until you can comfortably let the head go back. And breathe. Keep your legs active. You can bring your hands onto your heart, come back up with your heart. Point your toes behind, settle back down into Vajrasana. So we're gonna settle our bums down in between our heels. Now, if your knees are going, no, it's not gonna happen, you'll just lay down on your back. We'll be there in just a minute. But lay down on your back with your left leg extended, right knee drawn into your chest. Good. If you're comfy here, you're welcome to go back into reclined hero. Now, like I said, if that's uncomfortable, if reclined hero or even hero is uncomfortable, you're just going to be laying down with your left leg straight out at the end of your mat. I'll go into that one. And then your right knee pulled up and squeezed in. Otherwise, enjoy reclined hero for a moment. For some of us, our reclined hero might look like this. Toes down, we're just leaning back. And again, we worked our quads today, so it might feel like magic to you for the first time ever. I hope so. Good. All right. And if you're in reclined, come back up. Hands on the ground. Swing through, make your way onto your back. And if you have a strap, that'll be helpful. If you don't have a strap, you can use a blanket, a block. You can also just hold on to your legs. Hold on to your pants. We're gonna lay down on our back and just take that right leg into the sky. Left leg's gonna stay standing just like we've had it. And then just give that a nice toned stretch towards your head. Hold on nice and tight, and let's go ahead and open that right leg out to the side. So if you don't have a strap, it may look like this. You may be holding on to your leggings. You may be holding on to the back of your
your hamstring, and that's totally cool. It works perfectly. Good. Breathe. Keep that left hip grounded. All right, perfect. Back to center. We're going to grab the outer edge of the right foot with the left hand. So again, if you have a strap, it might look like this. If you don't have a strap, you could just hold onto your foot, bend your knee to accommodate, and then we'll drop our leg over to the left as we turn our head to the right, so opposite direction. Your right leg could be bent or straight in this one. Left leg is definitely straight. And we'll come back up, come back to center, right leg to the sky. And then just lift your left leg up, hook it in the strap. Right leg's going to extend down towards the end of the mat. Holding on to that right foot or strap, arms straight. Open out. Well, first pull, towards your head a little bit, and then open out to the side. Keep that right hip grounded. Body melting into the earth, except for these nice strong legs, which we've kept them strong all day. Oh, feels so good. And then back to center. Placing the strap in the opposite hand or the foot in the opposite hand. Left arm out to the side. Left leg's going to cross over to the right. You're going to keep gazing to the left. Nice IT band stretch here. You bend the knee a little bit if that helps. But stay active. Legs are strong. Nice, come back to center. Square off again, and then we'll just release both of our legs down for a moment. Just feel your back on the earth, legs on the ground. Good, from there go ahead and draw your knees into your chest, roll your nose to your knees, give a squeeze. And then we're gonna grab onto the bottom of our feet coming into happy baby. So, bottom of the feet down, booty towards the earth, knees towards the armpits. And breathe. Good, and then from there, let your feet go down on the ground, edges of the feet together, let your knees open out to the side. And you could just place your hands down on your hips. You could have one on your belly, one on your heart, or they can be down by your side. And just breathe. Good, bring the knees back together. Just pause for a second in constructive rest pose. So lying on your back. Nice.
Perfect. All right, and from there, you guys, with your feet on the ground, let's come into bridge pose. So again, feet on the ground, keep the quads toned, everything's nice and warm. These should feel good. And then tucking your tail, go ahead and lower down one vertebrae at a time. Good, straightening your legs out towards the end of the mat. Tuck your thumbs under your bums now. We're gonna come up into fish. Shin's gonna be tucked either to the chest or heart lifts and head drops back. Chin back to the chest, lowering back down onto our mats.
Taking a moment of stillness in Shavasana. And as you take your time just to be still on your back, relaxed. I'm going to sit up so I don't get too into it and forget I've got you with me. But get your body comfortable on the earth. And feel the magic of your breath. Since we've been sheltering in place, I've heard so many people give the advice, just breathe. And every time I hear that, or every time I even say it, I think just, like our breath is this magic instrument. So for a moment, as if you were listening to music or birds chirp or nature or an orchestra, listen to your breath. And feel what it's telling you. Feel what the message in the breath has to offer. Life is breath, breath is life. How we breathe, we live. We breathe fully, we live fully. We listen fully, we love fully. And letting your breath be super full. Good. As you come back now for a moment to intentionally shaping your breath. So take a big, full, deep breath in and let the breath out through your mouth. Deep, full breath in. Letting the breath out through your mouth. And then just pause for a moment and feel your innate breath. Feel that breath that's uniquely you take over. Yeah.
Good. And then when you're ready, just slowly transition to seated. And when you come to your seat, let the spine be long, let the spine be free of tension by really allowing the structure to hold you lifted. Let your eyes close softly. And just listen. To the sounds, to the voices, to the magic. Timing is everything. To the honkers. I'm going to read a poem by Hafiz. It's called Practice This New Bird Call. They're coming around again. Oh my God, they really are. Ah! Oh, sorry. Oh my God, that was awesome. The way we live opens windows and calls in a secret voice to anything still missing. There is nothing in your mind you have not invited in. There is no event in your life you in some way did not drive a hard bargain for. We were all once like moons, often full and bright. The heart, in its wisdom, ceaselessly shops for him. The wise in any foreign country seek a true guide. The guide says, just practice this new bird call. It will attract you something even greater than love. Just practice this new bird call. It will attract you something greater than love. So let's bring our hands to our hearts. As we offer blessings to all beings, we offer grace and love and healing to all people affected in this time. We offer our gratitude to all people who are serving. We offer gratitude to our community, our kula, for holding this energy of love and light, letting our moon shine fully and bright. Let's close our practice this morning by chanting Om together. Please take a deep breath. Om. Namaste. Now they're quiet. So let's see, are we still on? You're welcome. You guys, did you see those geese? I hope you were on when that happened. That was pretty amazing. Amazing geese fly by. It's crazy. Hi, Jers. You're welcome, Maggie. Happy quads to y'all. Love you. Oh, I'll be sending an e-blast today. We have a couple special things coming out. Oh my gosh, you heard them. Well, I'm going to look back. They flew like half an inch from my head. You're welcome. You're welcome. I love the geese too. That was actually hilarious, you guys. The geese were hilarious. They were flying by. And I had that poem to read. Oh, no Wi-Fi. Oh no. Sorry, Summer. Well, you should be able to you should be able to watch it again later, I hope. Anyhow, love you guys. Hi, Jers. Oh, I hope you practiced with us. See you guys later. Namaste.